Donald Trump is the president of the 1776 president.
So the 13 colonies?
76.
Would that be the 13 colonies?
Yes.
I don't believe in the climate.
Even after seeing like the hurricanes and the floods and the erosion?
Well, have you heard of HARP, where they can control our weather? So
you think our weather's being controlled?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Are you a subscriber to QAnon, to their theories about this stuff too?
Yes,
And do you think they're going to be a factor in the 2024 election?
absolutely.
What makes you say that? Like, how do you have that inkling now, 2 years ahead?
Well, the drops tell us everything, and it's all playing out.
Tupac is still alive.
Tupac still alive?
Yep.
Where's
Michael
he?
Jackson is still alive.
Where are they?
In there with Trump.
What about JFK Jr.?
Yeah, he's alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
JFK Jr. is the 19th president of the Republic of America.
Rutherford Hayes was the 19th president.
It went back to 1776 when the military took over.
Right, but Rutherford Hayes won in 1876, 100 years later, and he was the president.
That's not the same thing as the common law of 1776.
Joe Biden, as president, is...
Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief right now. Military is in control.
Then why is Joe Biden living in his house? If that's Trump's house, why is Brandon sleeping in his bed? Why is he eating his food? None of this makes any sense. The only thing that makes sense is that of all of the people who could have conducted that interview, only Michael Schor was gonna be able to pull the Rutherford Hayes card out of his pocket. Of course, Michael Schor knows who was the 18th president, what year were they elected.
Q is number 17. President Trump repeats 17 over and over, even when it's inaccurate. He's been giving us hints and clues from day one.
So Donald Trump knows who Q is.
Absolutely.
Why doesn't he come out and tell all of us?
It's a process of waking up the American people. It's the blood of an innocent child that are scared to death, and then it's extracted from their head, from their brains and their bodies, and it's used as a drug.
And who's doing that?
Joe Biden, Hunter, Clintons.
So the Clintons and Joe Biden that are extracting the blood and trying to make drugs out of it?
That's right.
Well, we know that Donald Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
About everybody in the country, in the world was. You let people give them enough rope to lie and lie and lie about QAnon. When all along, if they were smart enough to read the Q drops, they would find out. All you had to do was ask, who is Q?
You know who Q is. I don't know who Q is. I don't have my computer here to look at the QAnon drops, the Q drops. So can't you just tell me?
Ask President Trump.
Look at the Supreme Court.
No, he's here to support.
Well, the Supreme Court hasn't accepted any of these cases either.
How do you know that?
Because they have a docket and they list what cases they review and they issue their opinions.
You choose to believe that, you can believe that, but I have alternative news and I find out differently.
They're full on, like they have brainworms. They're like, no, but it's important that you understand that when we talk about, like, we'll cover an article that shows some memes of Q that people are spreading. This is not just a thing that like a bot throws up on Twitter. These are specific people. These are the people standing in front of you at line at the grocery store. These are the people you drive past every day. These are your uncles, your nephews, probably not that young, but no, they really do believe this. And there is literally nothing you can do to get through to them. It doesn't matter how many years the QAnon thing has been going on. It doesn't matter that we already know that Ron Watkins apparently was QAnon, that he never knew anything. He was just making it up. They will not even consider the possibility that nothing specific was ever said in any of these Q drops. No predictions were ever actually accurately made. They were just vague assertions that Trump had everything in hand, that not even Trump bungling a pandemic and then losing the election along with dozens of court cases can get through to them, that maybe this guy doesn't actually have everything in hand. Maybe he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't have a plan, but they believe it.
You know, do you think we're getting close to, and I'm not saying this hyperbolically because people are saying it all.
Civil war?
Civil war, yeah.
I've said that numerous times. If it goes the wrong way and they go after ammunition and guns the way they already have, there's gonna be trouble.
We're here for the people. We're ready to take our country back, get rid of the people that shouldn't be in office and put the people in that need to be in.
I think we're doomed. I don't know.
Are you concerned about the division in the country now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just horrible.
People are saying we're headed toward civil war. Do you believe that?
Yes, we are heading toward, doomsday.
The Civil War, they want Civil War.
Who's they?
The globalists. Let's go there. Let's talk about the globalists. Biden's not punching this down. Obama and Soros and all these other guys that people don't even talk about. We know who they are now.
The through line is often that they really don't seem to have a deep understanding of the conspiracy theories that they're following. They can usually throw out a couple of names that they've been told, maybe a vague allusion to something involving the UN, and that's really where it breaks down. They don't seem to understand it much more deeply than that. But let's bear in mind, they don't need to understand it much better to support civil war. And some of those people probably were talking about politically getting rid of the people they disagree with, but others were saying if they come for the guns or the ammunition, we're gonna start shooting. They know that that would result in them being killed by the US military. They seem to have resigned themselves to that.